rock music has died at the age of 52. He had a heart attack at his home in Nashville, Tennessee, and died in hospital.
The Roy Orbison mystery has finally been solved, and the truth isn't nearly as romantic as fans once believed. Roy Kelton Orbison was born on April 23, 1936, in Vernon, Texas, raised in a working-class family still feeling the bruises of the Great Depression. From the moment he got his first guitar at just 6 years old, it was clear music wasn't just a hobby for him, it was survival. By the time he was 8, he was already performing on local radio, channeling the sounds of Hank Williams, Bing Crosby, and gospel harmonies into something uniquely his own. After his family moved to Wink, Texas, Roy formed his first band, the Wink Westerners, and began shaping the emotional style that would later shake the world. His early career started at Sun Records, where legends like Elvis Presley and Johnny Cash were already making history, but Roy didn't truly explode until he signed with Monument Records in the early 1960s. That's when his haunting voice, wide, operatic, and almost supernatural, turned him into a phenomenon. With songs like Only the Lonely, Crying, Running Scared, and In Dreams, Orbison became the rare rock star who didn't sing about rebellion. He sang about heartbreak like it was a funeral prayer. Then came Oh, Pretty Woman in 1964, and suddenly the man in black with the dark glasses wasn't just a cult favorite, he was an international icon. But behind the fame was a personal life so tragic it almost feels cursed. In 1957, Roy married his teenage sweetheart Claudette, and together they had 3 sons. But in 1966, Claudette was killed in a motorcycle accident, leaving Roy emotionally shattered. 2 years later, while he was overseas performing, his home in Tennessee caught fire, and his 2 oldest sons died in the flames. Only his youngest survived because he wasn't home. Fans thought Roy's quiet stoicism was strength, but the reality was darker. His grief wasn't poetic, it was crushing, the kind that doesn't heal. Later, Roy found stability again when he married Barbara Jacobs in 1969, and together they had 2 more sons. She helped hold his life together, even as he continued performing like a man trying to outrun his own sadness. And for a while, it looked like the story might finally turn around. In the 1980s, Orbison's career surged back to life. He earned massive respect from younger artists, was inducted into major halls of fame, and even became part of the legendary supergroup the Traveling Wilburys alongside George Harrison, Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, and Jeff Lynne. The comeback felt like a miracle. But now, decades later, the disturbing truth has surfaced. Roy Orbison wasn't rising from tragedy, he was barely surviving it. Newly uncovered accounts and private writings suggest he carried deep, untreated trauma from childhood, and that trauma didn't disappear with fame. It grew. Even more unsettling are claims tied to medical issues he suffered early in life, including procedures meant to correct chronic sinus and breathing problems. Procedures some believe may have altered his vocal structure and contributed to the very sound that made him legendary. But if that voice was a gift to the world, it may have come with a lifetime of pain, migraines, exhaustion, and emotional withdrawal. The saddest part is that Orbison's final chapter wasn't the victory fans imagined. Even during the success of Mystery Girl and his Wilburys fame, those close to him say he was physically worn down, struggling with heart problems, stress, and the long-term weight of grief. The smile was real, but so was the collapse happening underneath it. And in December 1988, at just 52 years old, Roy Orbison died suddenly of a heart attack, shocking the world, but not entirely surprising to the people who knew how much he had been carrying. In the end, the mystery of Roy Orbison wasn't about superstition or fate. It was something far more tragic, the truth that the voice of heartbreak wasn't just performing pain, he was living it. The sunglasses, the shadowed stage presence, the songs soaked in loneliness, those weren't just part of an image. They were warning signs. And now, with the full story finally coming into focus, Roy Orbison's legacy feels even more haunting, because we realize the music wasn't just art. It was a cry for help the world applauded instead of hearing.